that thing looks so awesome.
Oh, dude, that. Okay, now the other boys. Oh, look at this one's gonna clean everybody up. Bro, those guys, look at it peeking out there. Camping. Those two guys just got through. Taking out all the guys.
Oh, that guy's clobbered. Two guys are clobbered.
Oh, that guy. Oh, he got through. Oh, everybody got through. Look at that. Oh.
Nice left.
Oh, here it is, Henry. Look at the canyonway behind it. Anybody on this one? Okay, canyonway behind it right here.
Big old spit.
Woo! Oh. Woo! Yeah, guy's going. He's got it. Yeah, that's purple overhead. That's about 50 feet. Oh, Sunset Boy's on a sideway. It's getting all sideways.
good.
Woo, guy's going. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at how big it is. That was probably 14 feet.
On the right?
Yeah. Nice paddling. He's pulling in. Go, get him, get him, get him.
northwest, huh? It's too west. Right there. Go, Reed. Get up there.
Yeah, look at the right.